All right, and here we go with another edition of Mindset Monday. Today's Mindset Monday is about food prep, getting your food for the next day ready. Now, I've already done all my food prep for the week. This is just every night getting my food ready. Right here, I'm getting my hamburger put into the bowl for meal number one. This will be, I just heat this up. I'll put my cheese on top, let it melt, and then I'll put some ketchup and mustard on top, and that's my first meal of the day. That meal will come at about 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock the next night. I fast. I eat from 4 to 8, and then I fast the rest of the day. See here, I'm putting my cheese on the top. Every second that you can do for the next day counts. Every second that you can prepare and get ready for the next day makes that day much better. It makes it easier. There we go. We have meal number one ready to go. Now here is a little trick that I learned. I'm going to throw this in with there. This is if you ever have a problem with your cutting board slipping. If you ever have a problem with your cutting board slipping around while you're trying to cut, take a towel, put your towel down, and then put your cutting board on top of the towel. The towel will grab the cutting board and the counter and it won't slip. See, when I pull the towel away there, yeah, it slides all over the place. So there is a free tip for you when you're doing your food prep to make things easier. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my steak ready. Meal number one is hamburger and cheese. Meal number two is steak, or I will mix steak and pork chops together. I cook all my steak up, all my hamburger up on Sunday evenings, and that is all of my food for the week. I will do all that in one night, so I don't have to do any of it the following week. That's part of what I talk about, your Sunday night routine, setting yourself up for the week. A lot of times people get home late, they work late on one of the nights during the week. They don't have time to cook their food the next day, so they end up stopping and getting crap food because they didn't prepare enough. They didn't prepare for the week the way they should. And here I'm just slicing up my meat and putting it into the dish to get it ready. You might be wondering, why in the world am I putting food prep in Mindset Mondays? Because I believe that any routine that you do, your night routine, your morning routine, your food prep routine, all of that, I believe all of that is part of a mindset. Your mindset has to change. People are in the mindset of they come home from work, they want to sit down and relax, and then they just go to bed. Well, I'll just get it ready in the morning. And then they wake up late, they're not ready for the morning, and now they're behind. They don't get their food ready. They have to stop and get some crap food. They feel like crap. They come home from work, their blood sugar is low. They eat some more crap food, then they sit on the couch, and then they just blah and veg out because they didn't take the time to prep their food the night before. I believe that these routines are a massive mindset that everyone needs to have. This should be a non-negotiable for me. This is a non-negotiable. And here I am making it one step easier. Instead of just putting it into the fridge, I could just take my, here we go. I keep all of my brown paper sacks from when I go shopping, from grocery shopping. I use them as my lunch bags. See, reuse everything, make use of things. I don't throw these out. After I do that, I will then turn it into a garbage bag, and then it's had its life. So here I am just putting my food into the bag. Instead of just putting my food into the fridge and having to grab it out the next day and put it into a bag the next day. And I know you think, well, that's just a couple of minutes, but it makes your next day so streamlined. If you take the time to do this at night, the next day, it makes every second counts. Every second does count. And every second is incredibly important when it comes to preparing yourself for the next day. Every highly successful person will tell you that their success depends on their preparation, and that is 100,000% true. There was a quote from a football player that I used to watch a long time ago. His quote was, "The separation is in the preparation," and that is so incredibly true.